Gil. So right now I'm gonna be on a vlog today. This is what do we call it? This is what's today? The 18th, no, the 16th of May, 2018. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the update of my depression and anxiety. Using the 275, which is the same thing as the TPR 250. Well, anyway, excuse me. So today I'm just going to talk a little bit about the update of my anxiety and depression. I've been very good lately, very good. And then, but just in the last week, I was experiencing it again. And then when you don't see videos up and much, it means that I may be going through some depression, and I'm not sure why I should be going through it, but it just happens, you know, it just happens. Depression just happens. But it seems to me that it's under more controlled situations, though, like why it's happening. Like the controlled situation is like because of working, you know, because when every Friday that comes up, when I have to work the next 3 days, 11 hours each day, that gets depressing a little bit, you know, because of knowing that I have to be gone 11 hours for 3 whole days, 3 more days coming up. So, and then I tend to get depressed a little bit there, and usually it's more intense on Friday, and then it wears off going to the weekend, and then on Sunday I'm like the happiest guy on earth, you know, because coming home after a 3-day weekend, you know, or a week, and then I'm okay. And then but this time though, it's like the feeling of depression came back. Like it stayed on. It stayed. It was persistent this time, and it didn't actually go away until earlier today. And I was feeling it again, like having to go 3 days and stuff, work 3 days and everything, you know, which I don't like. Sometimes I don't, but it's not really that. But it's like it seems to me that I just got depressed for no reason at all. Well, you know what? And then I feel like I'm finding the origin of the problem. The origin of the problem is, I have something in there. I feel like it's coming from like all the negative, you know, the negative in the world, you know, negative people and negative atmospheres, you know. Being around too much negative atmosphere is one of the big origins of where my problem is at, you know. It's too much negativity in people, and I'm being around too many negative people, you know. Like I just happen to be around too many, you know, too many people who are negative, you know. And then it's like it's not like the way it used to be, you know. Back in the day, you know, we used to have a lot of get-togethers and with my family, but you know, those days are not like that. It's not like that anymore. It doesn't happen anymore, you know. But I'm trying to not worry too much about that. But anyway, but this is one of the things that I want to talk about, though. Like one of the things that I want to talk about, that like the things again, whenever I'm having depression, I know that I have to do something about it. And some of these things that I works, including today, is, I mean, being in the house too much, and even sticking with the same hobby too long can actually have a bad effect. Can actually not be a good effect, you know. One of the things I did cause trouble this time around was being in the house too long. And like not getting out, you know. Not getting out enough is one of those things that's causing trouble for me. And so what I did today was I took a massive walk with the dog. I took the dog out for a massive walk. I took Furry here, Hunter, out for a walk today. And I mean a massive one. I went for a 5-mile walk. You know, to get myself out of the house. You know, I need to get out of the house. That's one of the things that will cause trouble. Being in the house too long, or being in the same place too long and not doing anything. Those are some of the big triggers of depression, you know. Some of the big things that cause trouble in me, you know. And so getting out, getting myself outside and forcing myself to do something different. And another thing too, the hobbies, talking about hobbies. Hobbies kill depression, but not if you're going to be doing the same thing all the time, you know. Like, it's not that it's bad, but I mean, you gotta, like, whenever, like, hobby starts to become, like become tiring, or once this hobby becomes a lot, when you've done too much of it already, you gotta go to a different hobby. You gotta switch over. Alternate, you know. Gotta alternate hobbies here and there, you know. Gotta alternate, you know, and then alternating it fixes it. It fixes it good. It fixes the depression right away. It'll right away do it. Like, I was getting into the cameras and stuff, like all the, you know, these vintage camcorders. I was getting all into my VHSs and everything, and playing VHS movies, and then of course, you know, hobbies can give stress too. Things like if something breaks, like if a bicycle is your hobby, if something breaks on the bike, then you're gonna get all, you know, upset about it. It goes with every hobby, every imaginable hobby. So sometimes you just gotta, like, kick back a little bit, you know, like relax from that hobby and go to a different hobby. And in this case, that's what I'm doing now. I mean, I'm just kind of like easing off on the hobby that involves being in the house too long. This video right now. If you liked this video, I'm gonna continue to find more 80s, more of them, because I know you guys like the 80s. And I want to try to, even though I may have uploaded a number of them, I want to go ahead and have some clips, some small clips of it, and post them. This camcorder is heavy to carry in my hand. This camera back in the day, I tell you. So I'm going to show you in the mirror on what it looks like. Let's see that is. Well, anyway. Okay. With these camcorders. But anyway, yeah, and another thing I can try to explain what I've been going through as far as the frequency of or how often I get the depression and stuff, is like before, I mean, like it was kind of like out of control and everything. It was out of control, like it got out of control at some points of my life. And then it was unpredictable before, back in the day, like it was last year. And by the way, it's been a year since my first modern vlog. It's been a year since my first one, and that's the very first video that I ever made on the modern vlog is talking about depression, because I was having a serious case of it, you know. It was really bad, you know. But it's like, ever since I've been doing everything that I need to do, it's like everything, since I've been doing everything I've been doing, is like, as of this point, it's like the way I could describe how it's playing out now, how the depression is playing out now, like on the frequency, is like I was getting it, like I would get it every few days. At first, every few days I would get my depression, and then it would go away for a couple of days, and then I would get it again a few days, and back and forth and back and forth. But after taking the medicines enough and taking enough of the medicines and doing all the things, exercising, all the stuff I need to do, I mean, it started tapering off, so to speak, or the way I could explain it. Like later on, it started going to, like, say, 5 days. Every 5 days I would get a day of depression, and then it would subside. And then going on to like a month later, it would go to every 7 days I would get a depression. And then it went to, like, say, 2 weeks, every 2 weeks. But now lately, I get a day of depression now on the average of like once a month now. But it's like sometimes I'll feel depressed for like a day in that month, and then sometimes like another month later I might have it for 2 days straight, and then I won't have it for another 2 months. That type of thing. That's what it's been going on now lately. That's what's been going on, and it seems like it's kind of taking a crazy turn, you know. But I mean, it's working out fine right now. I feel perfect right now. After I took the dog for a walk, after I took the dog for a massive walk, I feel great now. All of a sudden, see that? I feel like, see, that's the thing, and I got to go out. We got to get out and exercise today. Yeah, I tell you, well, I hope you enjoyed my analog vlog. So I'm going to try putting up more 80s videos. Okay. Alrighty. I'll see y'all later.